and that was it, man. It was like, yeah, I did make the right decision because the Xbox is stunning. That game is just mind blowing. I remember my friends coming around who are like PlayStation fans, and just seeing Halo and be like, holy shit. Which, you know, I converted one of my friends and he became an Xbox fan, and he still is a massive Xbox fan to this day, so that was quite good. And so I had the Xbox for quite a while, good few years, got a lot of gameplay out of it, a lot of fun out of it. I remember we got our systems modded by a guy who was doing that at the time. The case painted silver, had the green jewel taken out the middle, and he had a clear perspex jewel which had the Autobot symbol etched into it, which was really cool. And at that point, in place of the green jewel, I had a red LED underneath there, so when you turn it on, it lights up the Autobot, which was really cool. And I had a red LED at the front for the power light. And then I had the controller sprayed silver, changed the light colours on there as well to red. It was a really nice system, and I had a 160GB hard drive installed so I could burn my games to the hard drive and play them off the hard drive. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. It was such a great system, and you know, you could do the emulators like MAME, SNES X, you know, the Mega Drive ones as well. And really, really great system. Still is to this day. As you know, I collect a lot of Xbox games, and I still think the system's fantastic. Far superior to the 360 in build quality, anyway. Okay, so I came to the end of the Xbox life cycle, and the 360 was announced, and yeah, the 360 was so impressively special. I had a lot of PlayStation 2 friends at work, and they were never going to buy an Xbox, and they weren't interested in the 360, they weren't convinced. And I remember the one day in game that had the pod set up, and I went back to work and was like, guys, they've got the pod set up for the 360, you've got to see this system. And I dragged about 3 or 4 people down to the shop, and we all stood there and watched this kid play Call of Duty 2 on the demo. And it was just like, the first thing we all said was like, holy shit, look at the smoke effects. I mean, you could just see the smoke rise up in the background of the levels, and it was just like, the high definition of it just made it absolutely crisp and, you know, touchable. It was fantastic. And basically I convinced a lot of people at work to buy a 360. They all went and got 360s. Now I was, as soon as I got the email from Game for the pre-order system, I went next day, I went straight down Game at lunchtime. I said, can I pre-order 360? Because bloody hell, we only just got the forms in, you're the first one in. I was like, great. So I was the first person to pre-order one. And it was released December 2nd, 2005 in the UK. And I booked the day off work so I could buy it. And they phoned me up in the week and guaranteed me anyway that my system was there, the games I'd ordered were there, so I had no worries. I could just walk in on the day and pick it up any time I wanted. But being me, and people who know me personally will know what I'm like, I got up really early in the morning, I think about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I got to the shop at like 5, half 5 in the morning, took a flask of tea to keep me warm, and joined the queue of people who hadn't pre-ordered and they were waiting to try and get one of the 14 systems they had loose, which, yeah, the basics. I'm pretty certain they had systems without hard drives to start with or something, and that's what they were getting. They were getting the basic arcade style pack, and I got a 20 gig pack, and I got like 5 games with it. I got like Call of Duty 2, Condemned. I think Project Gotham 3 was out at that time as well. I bought a few anyway. I was just like getting anything that was coming out, because just like, I've got to try one. Call of Duty 2 is like the top of the list, which was really weird, because up until the point of seeing it in the shop, Call of Duty 2 had never really registered with me. I was like, I've seen screenshots and I thought, it don't look that good. It don't look much better than what the original Xbox can do graphically. It wasn't a massive leap. You know, I was completely wrong when I played it, of course. And I remember getting the system out, and I was like, I remember sitting in the bus shelter at like 7 o'clock in the morning with this system in my bag, and like the game bags, as people in the UK will know, are see-through, so everyone can see what you've got, which really pisses me off. So I've got this massive Xbox 360 box in there, I've got a load of games, and there's this kid sitting opposite me, and I'm just eyeballing him going, yeah, don't even try it, mate, don't even think about trying to steal this, you know. I mean, it probably wasn't, but he just looked like a bit of a shifty geezer, and I was like, nah, I'm going to watch him. And I just started chuffed to get home, I was paranoid. And I remember getting it home, setting it all up, and my mate Rich is also one of my subscribers as well on here. I remember texting him at work and saying, Rich, I got it, like, and he was like, oh dude, you got to get one of these, they're absolutely brilliant. Which he did get eventually, and it's awesome. And so then after the 360, yeah, I'm trying to think. the PlayStation 3 got announced, and it was taking a while to come out, and eventually it got released in the United States. And being me the way I am, because I like to throw money around and waste it, I decided to import a 20GB PlayStation 3 from America. Totally pointless, there was no reason to do it. I could have just waited for the 60GB models to come out over in the UK, but I'm impatient like that. And yeah, so I bought a 20GB PlayStation 3. Now I can't remember if I sold my Xbox 360 to buy that, I probably did know me. And I remember playing Resistance when it came, and I was really chuffed with that, so impressed. And like, I was telling my mate Rich about how good it was, and it was just awesome. He was, the sensible one. He was willing to wait until it comes out and buy one. And yeah, and then if I remember correctly now, I sold that system. Why the hell did I sell? I don't know why I sold the 20GB PlayStation now. I probably decided to buy a bloody Xbox again now. I bought it on 360 because I'm stupid like that. I just remember I got rid of it, and then eventually the 60GB model got released in the UK. I think it was 2007 or something. It was somewhere around there. So I went and bought a system on day one. Got the launch system. Had a bit of a problem with game because they bugged it up. They knackered up. I meant to pay for the system, and he put it through wrong. And I had to have a lot of aggravation trying to get my money, and whatever. But I got the system sorted out anyway. So I got a PlayStation 3 60GB. Really chuffed. Yet again, thought the system was fantastic. Everything about it great. Then, unfortunately, the Americans decided to announce that they were bringing out an Xbox 360 Elite. Now, me being me, I was like, oh, it's got a black box, it's shiny, it's new, it's got a 120GB hard drive. Why do I need a PlayStation 3? I mean, how stupid was I? So I went to Computer Exchange, quick and easy, traded in my PlayStation 3 to get some money. Oh, actually, yeah, I just thought I missed something out there. When I got that PlayStation 3 on day one, no, that's absolutely right. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. I know, I just realised what I did. I traded it in, got the money, went and imported an Xbox 360 Elite from America. Got bored with that, sold that to my friend who's now got that system still, Martin, best mate. And then I bought another 60GB PlayStation 3 from Woolworths, which was my local store, which now doesn't exist. They've gone into liquidation, unfortunately. But I got a 60GB PlayStation 3 again, so this is like my third PlayStation 3, second 60GB model. And then it died within like a few days of buying it. I think it's about a week maybe or something. The HDMI just stopped working. And I found it, went through the usual jargon of switch it off and on again, tried the AV cables, make sure they're working. They established it definitely was the HDMI that was faulty. And God bless Sony, I've got to give them credit, they've got the best customer service in the world, because I found them on the Friday, I think it was, and I went through all the stuff. They established the problem. They said, okay, no problem, we'll send you out a new system. And I thought, yeah, okay, that's going to happen. Tuesday morning, the courier turns up with a brand new PlayStation 3, and I gave him my old one, he gave me the new one. And that was it, and I was like, my God, that is amazing. That's like, you wouldn't get that with Microsoft. Their Xbox 360 customer service has been appalling as far as I'm aware. So I was really chuffed with that. So I got my 60GB PlayStation 3, and absolutely brilliant, love the system, it's fantastic. And then eventually I sold that one, and then I bought another Xbox 360. So I was just so indecisive about what I'm doing. I don't know what I was thinking, going back and forth all the time. I had an Xbox 360 for quite a while from game. I had it for 2 weeks, and it got Red Ring of Death. I was like, oh shit. And the weird thing was that it was going to change the chipset, so I turned the system off, left it for an hour, turned it back on, it fixed itself. Very weird, I don't understand that at all, but yeah, so I had that for a while. And then Sony went and announced that they were releasing a white and silver PlayStation 3 in Japan. And for a while I was convinced that I've got to have the white Japanese PlayStation 3. Now, when the PlayStation 3 was first announced at E3 in like 2005 or something, they showed a white, black and silver models, and I really loved the white one more than anything, and the new